Hey everyone, I'm barefaced for you today because I'm going to try on the whole box full of Too Faced Tutti Fruitti, the new collection that I have here for you guys. I've got a bunch of it. I have a whole box. I got it from Ulta, and I'm going to try on all of these products for you today for the first time. Very, very excited about this. I want to get more of this collection. I love it. I'm going to order some more, and when some more of those pieces come in, I'll swatch them for you just so you can get the shades. We're going to be trying on the Sparkling Pineapple eyeshadow palette today. We're going to be trying out the Do You foundation, the Fruit Cocktail Blush Duo, the Bronzer and Highlight Duo, a lip product, and a highlighter stick. I went crazy. I want even more of this stuff. Okay, since I am going to be using a glittery glitter from that palette on my lid, I'm going to put a little Too Faced glitter glue on just my lid. It looks like that glitter is not going to need a glitter glue. It's not a loose flaky glitter, but I'm just going to put this on just in case. And then the rest of my lid I'll prime with just a normal eyelid primer. Okay, this is the Sparkling Pineapple eyeshadow palette. So there's two palettes in this collection. Look at the glitter in here. So pretty. There's two palettes in this collection. I thought this one was just a little more different than the other one. The other one is very pink and purple, very bright pink, and I feel like I have enough pink and purple. I have a drawer full of warm eyeshadow palettes and pink and purple eyeshadow palettes. So I thought this one would be a little different. This is a neat enamel top, and it has a little tab right here that makes it easy to open. I don't know how many times I have injured my fingernails trying to get a palette open, and I end up having to get scissors and pry them open. Thank you, Too Faced. What a gorgeous little shade. This top stays open by itself. I love that. I'm going to show you the shades on the back of my hand, but these are beautiful and I thought they were different. It smells wonderful. There's an undercurrent of vanilla in there, but there's also just this strong pineapple. And I don't mean strong like gag. It's just a beautiful, it smells like pineapple. I love this whole collection. I love the scents. Okay, look at these gorgeous colors. They're just different. I mean, they're not your normal everyday. They're not pink and purple. They're not warms. I love it. I especially, of course, love this duochrome down here. We're gonna start by taking this tan color here and putting that in the crease, building a transition. That one's called Passports and Pineapples. Cute. That's a good transition shade. Up under the brow with this second shade right here. And that's called Coconut Sugar. I guess there's an underlying coconut smell in here. I don't think it's vanilla now after all. I think it's a little coconutty, but maybe it's just because I'm smelling that pineapple and it's making me think of coconuts and pina coladas. I'm now going to start dabbing this brilliant gold in the center of my lid. That is Sparkling Pineapple. This is not, it feels a little flaky, but I think there's enough to it that I'm not gonna have a problem with it sticking. Oh, it's beautiful. On a small Morphe brush, I'm going to go into this dark brown color right here called Tutti Cutie, and put that in my outer corner, sort of angling it up into my inner crease as well. That is just going on so nice. It's not this super dark blob that you're not going to be able to blend out. It's just going on perfectly. It's just blending itself. That's so nice. Okay, now I'm going to, and this is very intriguing, this green duochrome here. I'm going to dab that on my finger and dab it between the gold and the brown. That green is called Island Queen. That's 100% me right there. Oh my God. Whoa, that is so pretty. It's duochroming away. It's one of those reddish brown to green shifting things depending on, look at that, see? Reddish brown to green, depending on where you're looking at it from. Okay, I'm going to wear this palette like over and over and over. Okay, now it's time for the Do You Full Coverage Fresh Glow Foundation. This comes in a squeezy pink tube. You don't squeeze the tube though. It does pump out of the top. I'll show you on the back of my hand this color. This is Snow. So hard to pick out a color online. This is not in stores yet, but it's hard to pick out a color online. Now you can see that's a very dewy, shiny finish. Fine with me. It's a little light, but I have heard that this color, that this foundation oxidizes a little bit, so I think it's gonna be okay. It smells so good. It's watermelon and cucumber. I'm not getting so much of the cucumber as I am more of the watermelon, but it's not a sickening, sweet, disgusting smell. It is a light and fresh and mouth-watering smell. So you can see on my blender, and I used this a little while ago, I was kind of trying this foundation out. You can see that this is not a liquidy foundation. It's got some body to it, which is exactly my kind of foundation. I do have on today, look at how thick it is. I do have on the Too Faced foundation primer today. So this is very light in color. I think it's probably in a minute going to oxidize a little though. The good thing is, with a lighter foundation, and I know the next step up would be either too dark or too pink or too yellow, but with a foundation that's too light, you can always go in and use a powder to set it that is has a little color to it. My favorite one to use in that case is either the La Mer powder or Laura Mercier's translucent powder. I am going to have to use concealer to get over this melasma that I have here, but okay, it's starting to oxidize a little bit. Can you see that? I can see a color difference. This is my kind of feel going on in a foundation. Okay, I'm going to take the clean side of my beauty blender and just sort of pick up any extra product that's laying on my skin. This is I think this is a nice foundation. I like it. I think it is a good color match for me because look at my white neck. I am that white. Okay, using a little of the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. Now it's time for cheek products. This is the Pineapple Paradise Strobing Bronzer Highlighting Duo. There's also a highlighter in the Blush Duo that I'm going to use, so it's going to kind of be a double-decker type of highlighter. This one smells a little coconutty, not strong at all, just barely there. You can see the sheen on that bronzer side. I love the shiny bronzer. I'm just going in with a nice e.l.f. brush that I have called the Flawless Face Brush. Just going into the bronzer side. So I'm just gonna bronze my cheek right there. That's a little on the orange side for me actually. Yeah, it's going on really yellow. Okay, so not my shade in bronzer, which is funny because in the pan it looks very cool, but it's going on very sort of yellowy orange. We'll finish that out, but that is not my favorite bronzer. And now the Tutti Fruitti Fruit Cocktail Blush Duo. I got the strawberry one, the one with the strawberries on it. It's called Stroberry. So there are different fruit flavors in this. There's an apricot one, there's a cherry one. I thought this one would suit me best. Okay, this one smells like strawberries. It smells like strawberry candy. Ooh, they're pretty. Here's the blush. Here's the highlighter, and here's both swirled together. I think I'm going to use both swirled together because I really liked that color. So I'm swirling all of it on my brush, and then I will use the highlighter separately above it. Oh, that's pretty. Look at the sheen on it. That's just really pretty swirled together like this. I think the blush by itself would be a little bright for me, but swirled with the other color, I think it's beautiful. Now I'm going to put just the highlighter side on as a highlight. I'm telling you guys, I want every shade of this entire collection. Okay, that highlighter has quite a bit of color to it, so it's kind of like a blush topper or blush enhancer. I'm going to take something and kind of buff that a little bit because it's a little intense. So I'm going to take the highlighter from the bronzer set and use that. I don't think I swatched these on the back of my hand for you guys. Let me do that. Okay, here they are. This is just the bronzer. This is just the highlighter, and here they are swirled together. I'm just going to take a tiny little brush and go into this highlighter and just top that on top of my very point of my cheekbone. That's pretty. That's a very nice gold, but there, that kind of lightened up that very pink highlighter that I had on there. That's a beautiful highlighter. Okay, usually about at this point, I like to do some kind of an illuminating setting spray on my face just to make it look fresh and dewy. I'm using the Cover FX Dewy Finish Setting Spray. Going back to the eyeshadow palette, I'm going to use that brown to line the outer corner of my lower lashes. Okay, I'm going to try to line the rest of the way with that green, that duochrome green that is so stunning. We'll see how that stacks up. It's a metallic and it is rather creamy. And taking some of this last color here, which is Pineapple Cooler, I'm going to go in my inner corner with that. I just poked a hole in it. It's one of those soft ones, kind of like that Huda Beauty Rose Gold Remastered palette that is kind of melted in the middle, and it kind of collapsed on me. I think what I'll do is I'll put the highlighter from that bronzer duo in that inner corner. It's going to be a little brighter, I think. Okay, I have two more products left. One of them is the Juicy Fruits Comfort Lip Glaze. The color I got is called Dreamsicle. I'm not a huge fan of this color on me. It is a very peachy orange. I'm going to put it on my lips just by itself, and then we'll see if it looks better on top of something. So the way these smell is some kind of fruit punch. Fruit punch. Yeah, that's what it smells like, is fruit punch. Ah, man, it's making me thirsty. So this is not kind of a full coverage lacquer. It's more like a shiny gloss. It's kind of a peachy peach. Let me put some on the back of my hand. I love the packaging. It's just kind of very elegant looking. Kind of sheer. Went on pretty opaque on my hand, but it is kind of sheer on the lips. So I want to get a couple more shades in this. I really like the way it feels. And one more thing, Frosted Fruits highlighter stick. So there are two shades of this. I got the color called Strawberry Sparkle. There's another one called Pink Lemonade, and I want to get that one. Thought I'd try this one out first because I knew this one was a little bit darker. I knew it had a lot more pigment to it than the other one. So therefore I knew it wasn't really going to be a highlighter per se for me, but I thought it would be kind of like a bright highlighting blush. I thought I could sheer it out and make it look like a blush. And it has that gold duochrome. It's like a bronze duochrome. It's gorgeous. This smells like strawberry candy. So here it is on the back of my hand. And you can see it is a rather deep color. I knew it was not going to be a highlighter for me. I thought I could use it as a blush, but it is just too deep for me. It is too intense. It is too bright. So I didn't like the way this one looked on me. I am going to try the Pink Lemonade shade. That is a very light, sort of icy pink gold. Okay, I put that gloss on top of the Smashbox Always On Liquid Lipstick. This one's called Fair Game, just to give it a little bit of background and a little bit of backing. I think it looks a little better that way. Somehow tones down the pinkness of it. It was a little pink. So I'm loving almost everything I got from this collection. This highlighter stick is just a little bright for me. I'm going to try the different shade. I want a couple more shades in this lip gloss. Beautiful. This foundation is gorgeous. I mean, look at it. I don't feel like this is going to be a super long wear foundation like it says it is. I don't get that feeling from it. I feel like it's very dewy and it's not going to be a super long wear. The blush duo, the Strawberry, is beautiful. That highlighter in there is a little on the pink side. It's got a little bit of color to it, but I think this pink here and swirled together, I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I love the palette. I love, love, love the palette. Would you look at that green? I will be wearing this one all the time. Bronzer highlighter duo. I like the highlighter. I don't like the bronzer. It's just coming out very sort of yellow, very yellowy apricot on me. So thanks for getting ready with me today with Too Faced's Tutti Fruitti stuff, and I want more Tutti Fruitti in my life. I want more of these shades. I love some of these products. Thanks for watching, you guys. I'll see you in my next video. And please don't forget to subscribe.